Hello, Ryan Intermediate family. This is Catherine coming to you from the Coaching Corner in room 406. This is the first of a series of videos I plan to share with you every Tuesday called Tuesday Toolkit. And the idea is I'm going to share a very short instructional strategy that I think you can implement into your teaching at any time to help with engagement or academics or just classroom management. In today's first lesson, I want to share an idea for some grouping strategies called Pull Together with Post-its. Now, if you are like me, you love Post-its. I'm a teacher who just could not live without Post-it notes. So anytime I can find an activity to do with Post-its, I'm a happy person. And so let's talk a little bit about cooperative learning. Cooperative learning is any strategy where a teacher facilitates opportunities for peers to work with other peers to learn. And so this should be either a very focused academic task or discussion task or reflective task. And we know that in cooperative learning, research says there is between a 0.5 and 0.6 effect size for teachers who implement it correctly. And so this is one strategy that falls into that section. We are used to grouping kids all the time. We do it heterogeneously. Sometimes we do it intentionally by ability, and other times we just need to group kids randomly. And you know, we can avoid all of the arguments about who's going to be my partner, what group am I going to work in, by having some simple protocols in place that kids get used to. And so sometimes we've used things like think, pair, share. You may understand or have used jigsawing or pairs of pairs. But this strategy can be prepared ahead of time in a lesson and can be utilized throughout the entire lesson to constantly move kids, to give them voice, and to help them to participate with multiple peers. MVP. All right, so if you look at the screen here, you see 6 white circles. These circles represent the student table groups. I call these huddle groups. You may call them home base, whatever you call them. This is a great place to start your direct instruction as well as a group discussion or academic task to help them practice something. But once your table group has worked together, oftentimes kids may seem to get a little bit disengaged. And so a great strategy is to place a different sticky note at each seat at the table using a different color. And then for a second task, you can say, now I would like you to stand up, find the group that has your same color sticky note, and then give that group the next task. Set a timer, and when it goes off, you would then bring them back to whole group for discussion or send them back to their huddle teams for a final task. So this is the pull it together with Post-it strategy. There are some variations of this strategy if you'd like to keep watching. I will share them quickly. All right, so another way to think about this strategy is if you have your sticky notes, you can also, instead of sticky notes, prepare grouping cards. I have had these cards for about 3 years in my classroom. You'll notice each card is a different color. And then each card is, complete with a number, a shape, and in this case, a colored smiley face sticker. How do these work, Catherine? Well, they do take some time to prepare ahead of time, then you've got them forever. And so I especially like these. Imagine one student sticky note, and on that, or card, and on that card, you have placed a number, maybe a sticker or an animal, and a shape. What would happen is, we've already talked about table groups and color groups, but coming down to 12 pairs. So each sticky note would be labeled with a number between 1 and 12 in this case. I would have 2 sticky notes labeled with a 1, 2 labeled with a 2, and this would create partners. So you would say, okay, now I want you to find your number partner. Same goes for the animals. So if I chose 3 different animals, say a bear, a cat, and a horse, my next time I ask them to move into a group, I could say, find your animal group. This would create, if I used 3 different animals, this would create 8 per group. Finally, I could put 8 different shapes on a card. And then I could say, find your shape group. That would create groups of 3. So what's great is you have different sizes of groups, and the kids never know who their group will be. And they know that the expectation will always be to work within the protocol. Last but not least, this is an example of an activity I used just this week to move students into different groupings using sticky notes. I did direct instruction and elbow partners for a measurement lesson. And then I said, we're going to do a scoot today where you will travel through each scoot card in the classroom. You will work with your team to solve the problem on the card and then move to another card that no one is currently working at. What I did is I did a different color sticky note on scoot cards 1 through 4. Notice I left 5 and 6 empty, and that's because some groups finish quicker than others, and I never want them to move to a group that's still working. All right, and so this is just one example of a way that you can use sticky notes. So thank you for time with me today. I hope this video was helpful. Book me if I can help you set up some cards, set up the sticky notes, or model a lesson using one of these strategies. I would absolutely love to help you do that. I hope you have a great day, and you can find me at my Calendly, which has been shared with you. Have a great day.